Mental health affects everybody, but it still has a stigma attached to it. We worked on providing our people as quick as possible access to information. We created booklets. We sent letters home. We had posters. We had key rings. We had stickers, whatever it was. But what it done was it gave them some guidance and signposting just in case someone might need it. GRS were working on reducing the stigma attached to mental health. Since then, we've now put approximately 100 managers through emotional wellbeing and resilience learning delivered by Mind UK. I think many of you in the room have attended that. If you haven't, please send me an email and you go on a waiting list. We've formed a group of health and wellbeing ambassadors that I'm going to introduce very shortly. The point of the ambassadors is to provide a further point of contact for our people that may not want to speak to you guys, their manager, may not want to speak to a colleague, but want to speak to someone who can listen. So we have the 5 of them in total across the group. The opening of Pandora's box had truly begun, and this led to wider areas of health and wellbeing. But we needed a structure. We didn't have the expertise in the business, not my bag at all. Well, it wasn't. I've learnt a lot in a short space of time. But we needed a structure. So we signed up to Thrive. Wellbeing in the workplace. This gives us a framework to follow so that we can ensure that we capture areas that we wouldn't have even thought of.
So I'm Claire, HR and Recruitment Advisor and Health and Wellbeing Ambassador for Group. Let's talk. Following the recent rollout of our healthy eating campaign, we've been looking into easier ways of eating healthily and have some surprising tips for you to look at. So I guess my point is making the right choices is a great way to help support a healthy lifestyle. And this is not always as tough as you think. A healthy lifestyle has great benefits on your mental health, your energy levels, and also your heart health.
Thank you, Claire. My name is Dean, and I'm the Recruitment Coordinator and Health and Wellbeing Ambassador for Group. Let's talk. Firstly, let's address the elephant in the room. I know what you're all thinking. Oh, the hypocrisy of having the fat bloke come up and talk about heart health. Well, let me tell you, weight isn't the only or defining factor in heart health. However, I'm aware that I need to work hard in raising my heart rate. So here are some of the things I do to improve my health and heart. Come on.
Come on.
This is good. Come on, bro. Come on. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Yep. 1, 2. Good. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Yeah, nice, Dean. Come on. Keep it going. Yeah.
Let's talk. Apart from weight, there are other factors that increase the risk of heart disease, such as diabetes, smoking, physical inactivity, obesity, and hereditary heart conditions that you may not even know about. This is only a brief insight into your heart and health, and I am no way an expert in this subject. But with a bit of will and some small changes, we can all reduce our risk of severe illness and preventable death. Lastly, I am pleased to be able to inform you today that defibrillators will now be placed at every site across Group. Let's hope we never have to use them. But if we do, it can save a life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. My name is Kelly O'Hara, and I am one of the Health and Wellbeing Ambassadors for Group. I'm going to talk to you about our third campaign, Cancer. Let's talk. It will more than likely have affected us all in this room, whether it's ourselves, family, friends, or neighbours. There are many different areas of cancer, and the more awareness that people have of these, the more this helps leap the science forward. For instance, breast cancer, we often participate in charity events with Pink Day around the business. Macmillan, we all love coffee and cake to support this. There are other areas that still don't get talked about, and the more we talk about cancer, the more it helps with medical science. The more people will push for treatment. For example, testicular cancer. This is not often openly discussed, and this needs more awareness, more people to talk. Either way, getting through the treatment in its entirety is a huge achievement for any cancer patient. So finally, our duty is to keep in touch. Let's talk, and remember, early detection brings better prognosis.
So you've heard from our ambassadors about the 3 key campaigns, but I've mentioned there'll be other things coming along, one of which we're going to share with you now. So please welcome to the stage our Health and Wellbeing Ambassador, Christiana Farah.
Did you know 1/5 of employed women take time off work because of domestic violence, and 2% lose their jobs as a direct result of abuse? 3.8% of men experienced domestic violence in the last year. There are a range of behaviours that are considered domestic violence, from pushing, shoving, slapping, to a full-on beating. More than 4,000 calls have been made to the National Domestic Abuse Helpline since the start of coronavirus lockdown. Imagine not being able to get away from an abusive partner, even for a day. For coming to work was their release. It was mine. Let's talk. In 2014, I walked through a previous workplace, visually a smile that didn't crack, hair that had a show of effort and perfectly placed. But how I looked on the inside was different. The feelings of exhaustion, fear, and emptiness. A flood of water behind the eyes that wanted to fall down my face, but it wouldn't. The workplace was my safe place, my escape, but no one noticed. I felt alone. I would hear the excitement of others waiting for the weekend to begin, and I would sit in silence, hoping that I could avoid topic, whilst masking a smile for others. Would anyone understand that home life wasn't my happiness? But then I found out I was pregnant, and I had to do something. Slowly, the mask was fading. The response from How Are You changed. I felt adrenaline and power on the inside that I knew I was about to unmask a smile that had been painted on. And that's when I knew I had to talk. I was listened to, appreciated, and understood. And I'm pleased to say the individual involved went to jail. I was finally free, and the mask had left me. This is my story. Let's talk.
So, we have a vision to keep our people safe, well, and emotionally strong. We have a strategy. We will continue to give you the tools to support you, to support your people. We have these amazing ambassadors in place, but we are all responsible for health and well-being. We all want to see the people around us, be that socially or at work, be well, safe, and emotionally resilient. We're all in this together and we can't do it alone.